If you've been following my Strength of the Day Master series, welcome to the 10th video of this series. We have now covered all of the 10 Day Masters. If you have watched all the previous videos, you will start to see that determining the strength of a Day Master seems straightforward if you simply look at the theory. However, BaZi is a subject of layers, and as you advance in your understanding of the 10 Day Masters and the 5 elements, your understanding of this basic technique of analysis will also start to change. Usually for most students, there will be a phase of panic confusion as they start to add on additional knowledge like the 10 gods or a deeper understanding of the 5 elements to their analysis of the strength of the Day Master. The key at that stage is to always go back to basics and remember that primacy always lies in the season of the chart. And don't forget, we are determining the strength of the Day Master in order to move on to a much more fundamental piece of analysis, and that is determining the favorable and unfavorable elements. So let's not lose sight of the big picture. Let us turn our attention to this Chi Earth Day Master born in the month of Snake. You will recall from the video on Wu Earth that Earth Day Masters are treated a little differently because they do not, like the other Day Masters, have a primary season. Earth has no season of its own per se, and accordingly we use the summer season when fire is strong as Earth's season. If you'd like to know more about this, check out my video on Wu Earth Day Masters. The link is included above. Thus, an Earth Day Master born in the months of Snake, Horse or Goat is regarded as a strong Day Master because it is born in season. Here, it is clear that this Chi Earth Day Master is born in the season of summer since the month of birth is Snake. Accordingly, it would seem like we have nothing else to discuss because this chart is clearly strong. However, if you watch the video on the Ping Fire Day Master and Ting Fire Day Masters, I've linked the video above, you will notice that Ping and Ting Day Masters are judged not just on the season but on the time of birth as well. The factor of time is actually applied to every chart where the element of fire is present. We use time to determine the quality of the fire element in a chart, but also to determine which fire element is strong. This is because whenever in a given chart there is both Ting and Ping fire, one fire will always be more visible than the other depending on the time of the day. In this chart, the time indicates that the Ting fire element is much brighter than the Ping fire element as the hour of birth is the rabbit hour, which is 3 to 5 a.m. Now, the question is, does this affect the strength of the Day Master since the month in question is Snake and the main chi in Snake is Ping Fire? Is the fact that this Ping Fire, given the hour, is a dim Ping Fire, something that affects the assessment of the strength of the Day Master? In 5-element theory, we learned that fire produces earth. But in reality, only Ting Fire produces earth by way of the ash that is produced when the candle burns combustible matter. Ping Fire does not actually produce earth. Ping Fire, as you will recall, is the fire of the sun. It does not burn anything, but in actual fact produces heat and light that is essential for all things to grow. So it's a kind of moot point really to argue that Ping Fire here is dim or not so strong, accordingly cannot produce the earth and support this Chi Earth. Ping Fire doesn't produce earth. Full stop. In BaZi, the trick is to know when to split hairs and when to let something slide. So in this particular chart, I'm going to let the time factor slide. By slide, I don't mean I ignore it. By slide, I mean I'm not going to get all worked up over it. In this case, the assessment of the Day Master's strength doesn't change even though Ping Fire is affected by the less than ideal hour of birth. We read the Day Master's strength per the season and leave it at that. We don't adjust or compensate the assessment of strength. What we do is take cognizance of the hour's effect on Ping and Ting Fire in the chart. In other words, we have to keep in mind that the dominant resource element here is the indirect resource element star represented by Ting Fire and not the direct resource star as represented by Ping Fire.